Hi, Miss Lucy. This is Chris Westfall. As you probably know, I wrote the application with you last week for Cigna only because it came up as the best rate possible in the state of South Carolina for Plan G, which you and my Rick had discussed before. I just want to show you a couple of things that your existing agent may or may not have shown you. And this that you can see above me in this picture, this is known as the outline of coverage. Every Medicare plan must conform to these exact same benefits. Now, I know that you found out recently through the education of both Rick in my office and me that Plan K, where your existing agent had you, is probably the worst plan possible to have somebody on with Medicare. As you can see here, here's Plan F, which I called the Cadillac plan, Plan G, which adds a deductible so it's more affordable and a better value, really. Then here's Plan K that you were on, and Plan N, which is relatively new. Plan K, as you probably found out since our discussions, only covers 50% of your skilled nursing facility, 50% of your Part A facility. That's in the hospital, so that means you're $600 exposed every time you go, and has an out-of-pocket limit of $4,800 before it pays everything. It doesn't cover the Part B deductible. You can see that's blank right here, where Plan F covers it. It doesn't cover any excess charges. That means when a physician charges you, a doctor charges you more than Medicare will reimburse, Plan K has no coverage for that. Now, in your investigation, you've now learned that Plan K is a horrible plan to be with. I would find highly suspect any agent that recommended in the first place to put you on Plan K. It is no kind of coverage you should have for Medicare. That said, I understand you went back to that agent, and now he's recommended Plan N. Here's Plan N on the far right side, and I just want to make sure that you know what you're getting into with Plan N. If it's a good fit for you, that's great. It does not make most people happy because of the copayments. Let me explain to you how that works. Plan N is the only plan in Medicare that has with it a copayment and a deductible. It has both. Remember on Plan G, I was telling you it has a deductible of $147. Plan N has that as well, so it's $147 before you have any services done by the doctor. So you've got $147 you have to add in here before you get services made. But also it has a copayment up to $20 per visit to the doctor, a $50 copayment if you go to the emergency room, and here's a big thing that I want you to see. There's no coverage right here for Part B excess charges. That means if the doctor charges $115 for you, but Medicare says that that visit is only worth $100, then you pay the deductible, $147. You also pay the doctor copayment of $20. So now you're up to $167. Plus you also pay the excess charges all out of your pocket. So you would pay that, in this case, extra $15. That's pretty expensive if you go to use the plan. So I don't know if he told you that there's no coverage for excess charges. I don't know if he told you about the $147 and the copayments, but that's typically why people don't like that plan too often. And I want to show you the plans side by side. The best rates in the state for Plan N, this is Plan N that he put you on. Cigna has it the best rate at $77.05. Now remember, all plans are the same. His Plan N and my Plan N are the same. The only difference is how much you pay in the premium. So if the premium that he's placed you on is anything more than $77.05, then you don't have the best plan available in the state. We are licensed to sell all the plans here. Your agent there is what's called a captive agent. The definition of captive agent, if you put it into Google, it shows right here. A captive agent is an insurance agent who only works for one insurance company. So he works for one insurance company. We work for all of these insurance companies. We represent them to work for our client. So knowing that all the plans are exactly the same, and that means that Plan N from one company is the exact same as Plan N from another company, that's why these companies are listed side by side. You see, I showed you Plan G over here. Plan G for $96.75. That's the one that I got you approved for at Cigna. The difference between Plan G at $96 is you have no copayments. You have no problems with excess charges. You see, excess charges are covered in full. there are no copayments. It's 100% coverage, and that's for $96 a month. So for $96, you know that everything is paid for only $96 a month, as opposed to Plan N, where you've got all the copayments and stuff, and the cheapest price is $77. So the best rate in the state. If you wanted Plan N and you know about the copayments and you know about the deductible and you know about the excess charges, I hope your rate is better than $77.05. Otherwise, please let us help you, being independent, that we can write all these plans. But I would highly suggest considering the Plan G that you already got approved for at $96 a month, because that $96 covers far more than Plan N does. It really does. So you can see again on the coverage areas, Plan G for $96 covers a lot more than Plan N at $77. So for my money, I would rather have the coverage of Plan G covering all of your Part B excess charges, covering all of your co-payments, and the only thing that you have is that $147 deductible. So anyway, the bottom line is, if you're paying more on that Plan N, paying more than $77.05, please let us help you, and don't work with a captive agent, because he'll hold you captive to a plan that's not the best plan for you. We want to shop this for you every year. That's what we do with our clients. That's why we've been in business for over 18 years now, helping thousands of Medicare Supplement clients with their Medicare plans, because we represent everybody in the marketplace to find the best deal possible. So if you have any questions, please call us at 800-729-9590. And just to remind you, we already got you approved and covered for Plan G, and I would really recommend you keep that plan. But if you want the cheaper plan, Plan N, we can switch it to that, and it'd only be $77 a month. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.